So now we are going to want to talk. So, what does it mean to use your lower self to fuel the power of your higher self? Think about the negative energies as kind of like your power source. And they are, like they really are the drive. They're the yin of Chinese medicine. Like they are the power behind who you are. And this is because the negative aspect of you is indeed very powerful, chaotic, and rules the subconscious of your body, which is a lot to do with why you do what you do. The higher aspect is your conscious will. It's what your mind makes out of these events and uses them towards your own higher good. So having in your conscious mind what the unconscious mind holds and being able to fully utilize the unconscious mind to serve the conscious mind, you gain a lot of power out of that. Because no longer are you stuck within the ways of the unconscious, and you can use that to fuel your growth consciously. And it goes a little bit deeper than that as well, because these negative experiences are just the duality of your higher experiences. So the more depth and perception you have within these negative experiences, the more you'll understand the higher existence of it as well. And if you think about like the most successful people in the world, they're usually people who are very dual in nature. People who have those rough experiences in their life, who have gone through hardship, who have went through a lot of suffering, and they've used that pain to fuel their growth even more. This can be you. You can use this to go wherever you want. It will free you from the suffering of your past self. But you do have to accept who you are, and that is the next stage of this, and we're going to do some meditations and rituals for accepting this shadow self. For it is part of you. It will never go away. It's always going to be in there, somewhere. You can either choose to accept it and learn its lessons and understand it, or you can just let it control you. It's really no other choice. If you don't fully accept it, then that pain is going to be influencing you somehow, somewhere. And you'll feel the result of that in your external life and in your internal life. So accepting is a vital part. And this is a hard ask, I know. Because a lot of people have gone through some really shitty shit. And accepting it implies a forgiveness of a certain source. But it's not exactly that. Accepting it is more seeing it in a grounded way, where you realize that there's a lot of evil in the world, there's a lot of good. Sometimes really shitty things happen to people, and then they do shitty things, and that cycle continues for you. But you don't need to hold on to that cycle. You don't need to become part of that cycle. You can escape that cycle. And accepting that it is your reality rather than hiding from it and trying to escape from it is very vital to your growth. So it doesn't necessarily imply forgiveness, but it does imply an acceptance, peacefulness about it. And this might not come all at once. This might not come over a few days. This might not come over a few months. But working towards that acceptance, working towards understanding is where we need to be. This is a very vital aspect of it, and it's a very important aspect, especially if you're using it towards your higher good. Because if you can't accept the lower parts of you, unfortunately you won't be able to accept the higher parts either. You'll never be able to accept what it means to be loved. You'll never be able to accept the fact that you're passionate or free. You'll never be able to accept happiness. And this is a real problem that a lot of people go through, is they can't accept positive things about themselves. They can't accept positive attributes about their life. This is because the shadow rules them. You know, they're not conscious of the negativity that drives their being. I mean, it's hard, you know, it is hard, and it will take time. Take your time. Do daily practices around shadow work. They'll be included in my course. I'll make sure that the resources are available for you if you want to do this. And as much as it would be beneficial for everybody, I don't think everybody would take the time to do this or take the effort to go back that far. But it will truly liberate you if you do. So take the time to accept these, to understand them, and to discover them. And you'll find you have the path to healing before you. So over the next few days, I'm going to be going over rituals, meditations, to accept the shadow and the higher self, and combine them together. And I'll show you how to use that power to truly become what you want to be. As that is the highest thing I can offer you. That's the highest thing I can offer myself. That we will go into this, we'll discover our true wills throughout it. What is it that is combined, the shadow and the light? And what is this path we can do to bring the highest truth that we can to the earth, to our lives? How can we be the most happy that we can be? And why don't we demand that happiness to come into our lives? This is Isaiah. I hope you enjoy, and I will keep tuning in with you. Bye bye.